Hello, buddy. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's me, Ethan Van Sciver, your host, your friend, world's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Sopranos fan, trusted member of the media, 30-year veteran in the comic book industry. Home again. Happy to be home. Let me see the chat here and check you guys out. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Comicsgate. Hey, good morning to you, Faust Fury. Hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. I do. What is this? It's sad to be the largest satanic gathering in history. Do you mean it's sad or it's said to be the largest satanic gathering in history? Where? Oh, here it is. Did you guys know that the Satanic Temple has a weekend of blasphemy going on at the Boston Marriott Copley Place starting yesterday until tomorrow? Wow, there's a Satanic Temple weekend of blasphemy. You're kidding me. Isn't that just the DNC? I mean, that's every Democratic National Convention. Weekend of blasphemy. I wonder what it's going to be. Amazing. That's great. A lot of Satanists under one roof. I'm glad that the Satanists are meeting each other. If I were a Satanist, I would probably want to kind of stay away from other Satanists. I think meeting other Satanists, I'd be like, wow, you're all retarded. I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to be a Satanist too. So the thing about being a comic skater is we meet each other and we're like, wow, you're exquisite. You're beautiful. You're a perfect human being. You're kind. You're generous. You're wonderful. Very attractive. And that encourages more people to be comic skate. Strange Marvel theories. And we get a dollar super sticker from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I was away. I wanted to tell you guys that I was going to Chiller Theater. Let me fix my beard here. It's full of chlorine. I just washed it. I'll tell you what happened. I went to Chiller Theater Con up in Parsippany, New Jersey, about an hour and a half away. Oh, I have my beard comb here. About an hour and a half away. Pouring rain all weekend. And the thing was, like, I was going to just go by myself because this didn't work. It didn't make it any better. I'm just going to shave it off. I'm going to go bald faced. Pouring rain, but I was going to go by myself because there were so many great guests there. Priscilla Presley was there. Three of the Sopranos cast members were there, including the Sopranos kids, who I've never met before. I've never seen them do a signing. And so I was like, I'm definitely going to go. And Andrea kind of expressed interest. She wanted to go too, but that would mean that we'd have to bring Ava. And bringing Ava anywhere is a challenge. Andrea would rather just stay home than take Ava someplace. And I said, no, we gotta break her into the idea of travel, or else we're gonna stay home for our entire lives. Eventually, we're gonna have to do conventions. We're gonna have to meet people, and beyond that, like, what about just traveling? Don't you want to go places? Don't you want to see the world? Don't you think Ava would like to see the world? I mean, we have to broaden her horizons and her experience a little bit. So this was going to be practice, and having an autistic child. I think I kind of get it. Andrea knows what to expect all the time. She's like, there are going to be tantrums. There's going to be this or that. She's completely prepared for it. She has a stroller so that she can just sit in it and zone out on her iPad with her headphones on so she doesn't have to react to the noise all around her. We had that. We brought her Toucan Sam stuffed animal that she loves. And really, that was the whole thing. And I told her, I said, do you want to go? We're going to a hotel. We're going to the hotel. And you know what the hotel has? The hotel has a swimming pool, an indoor swimming pool. Our pool isn't open for another 2 weeks. You can go swimming. So you give her an expectation like that, and she's ready to go. She's just thinking about the hotel and the swimming pool. But to get her to sort of navigate around a convention was a lot harder, and Andrea was worried about it. But we got there early yesterday, and as I walked in, I bought the passes. Andrea went up to the room, and I saw Priscilla Presley's line was beginning to form in the hotel lobby. It's where the convention is. And I want to meet Priscilla Presley. In fact, I was worried that she wouldn't even show up. I was worried that Priscilla Presley would be a no-show, or maybe she would do, a couple of appearances, maybe do a couple of minutes and then leave. All kinds of things. All kinds of scenarios went through my mind, like, oh, this is my chance to meet Priscilla Presley. And what if it doesn't happen? What if it just doesn't happen? So I was concerned about it. And I saw that the line was forming. It was still 2 hours before the show opened. And I had to get in line to meet Priscilla. So I went. First of all, I did a couple of things that are no nos. I still have this sort of like I'm a nobody at a show like this. I have no pull, no sway, no leeway. Who gives a shit? It's like I think even at a normal comic book convention, I would have zero leeway, zero pull. I used to just be able to walk around and just meet the man Skyver. I get special privileges. But I go to this show and there's a line to get early bird tickets, right? There's a booth that's opening in about 5 minutes to get early bird tickets. And there are three people that are in line at this early bird booth. So I'm in the hotel. I pass by because I go around to where the tickets are. And I stand behind these three people who are just already indoors waiting behind the booth to get these tickets. And the ladies are just fidgeting around in there and they look up at us, the three or four people that are in line indoors, and go, "There's a line outside." And I turn and I look, and there's a line outside the door of the hotel in the pouring rain of people. Must be 250 people in line. And the guy goes, "Yeah, but those are just for regular people. We're here for the early bird." And she went and just went back to what she was doing. And I said, "Thanks for lying. I'm just going to stand behind you guys." And I just did. I just acted like I was supposed to be there. And we cut in front of like 300 people. I mean, the line outside in the pouring rain and sleet was lengthy. And I said, I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'm acting like I'm supposed to be here. This is obviously, I get to wait here for my ticket. And then a line started forming behind me. And they started to disperse the line behind me, but they never dispersed me because I'm acting like I'm supposed to be there. So anyway, I just walked up to the counter as soon as I saw those two guys buy tickets, but they had a ticket already. And I just pulled out $100 bill and said, "I need 2 early bird passes." And they gave them to me. And I said, "Thanks." Just left. I mean, I felt so bad about it, I guess, but I'm not waiting in that line outside in the cold. I'm still Ethan Van Sciver. I don't care, what you say. Still Ethan Van Sciver. So put on my bracelet. I get in line. I'm 8th in line for Priscilla Presley now. 8th in line for Priscilla Presley. And Andrea is upstairs. I'm calling Andrea, "Come down here. We're 8th in line for Priscilla." Priscilla Presley walks past me at this point and goes to her booth. I'm like, holy shit. And then as soon as people see Priscilla, the whole hotel lights up. I mean, everybody oh my God, Priscilla. And this line behind me just extends. I mean, Priscilla Presley's line was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. In fact, like they put her like in a normal spot, like they put her next to the guy who stole Pee Wee Herman's bike, Bucks Ton. He was there. And little Ricky from I Love Lucy, and her line was destroying their booth. It was just their booths were like hidden behind the line for Priscilla Presley, and I'm 8th in line. I'm trying to call Andrea, tell her to come downstairs. She's nervous. I don't want to bring Eve. I don't want. Andrea comes down the stairs. I say, "We're going to get a picture with Priscilla Presley, you and me." And it's like, you need to be in this picture. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. We need a picture with Priscilla Presley. So Ava's down there with the stroller and everything. And I look at her and I go, "You want to meet a queen?" And Ava goes, "Yes." And I go, "That's the queen of rock and roll. That's Elvis Presley's wife. You want to meet her?" And she said, "Yes." Like this, but she's still looking at her computer screen. It's going to be okay, babe. So I tell the guy in front, I know these guys, like the guys who run conventions. I'm just like, "Listen, we've got a special needs kid here with a kind of like a wheelchair stroller thing. And I see this a little room right there. We're worried about navigating her through this line. So, when it's our turn, is there any way you could kind of pull the rope back so that Ava can?" He goes, "Yeah, no problem. That's no problem." So when we get up there, I'm going to get 2 items signed, and I want a photograph with Priscilla Presley. And she looks beautiful. I mean, obviously, she's had a lot of plastic surgery. That's not good, ladies. But I mean, she's still the weird thing is that you can't tell how old she is. She's like 78 years old or something like that. She's dressed to the nines. She looks good. And I say, Mrs. Presley, it's great to meet you, and all this stuff. I said, "This is my daughter, Ava. She's 7. She has autism. So is it okay if I just if I let her sit here while we get our stuff signed. And she comes around the booth. She leaves the booth. She comes out and she kneels. Like, this is a woman who's almost 80 years old, and she crouches down and kneels in front of Ava. And she starts going, "Hi, Ava. Ava, hi. My name's Priscilla." And Ava looks up at her for a minute. They don't make autistic kids don't make eye contact, and Ava really doesn't. But she gives her eye contact for a minute and goes, "Are you the queen?" And Priscilla like starts to get weepy. It's amazing. And she goes, she's just like, "Hi, Ava." And so she starts petting Ava and everything. And meanwhile, I'm back there with like my camera just. And I said, "Mrs. Presley, would you turn around just for a second, while you're talking to." She didn't do this to get pictures or anything like that. Obviously, she wanted to sit and talk to a nice little autistic kid. And she turned around for 1 second here, and we got this amazing photograph. I got a bunch of them, but mostly Priscilla is turned towards Ava, but she turned around for 1 minute and gave us this photograph, which this photograph has to be worth to get this kind of a picture. She did this for free. Look at her crouching down. Andrea was crying on the way home. We were talking about this. We were talking about, what happened. Andrea didn't want Ava to be a problem. She didn't want her to be an inconvenience to anyone. But I will say this, Priscilla Presley is one of the kindest people, one of the nicest people, that I think we were able to meet at this convention. And for her to do this, look at her touching Ava's arm. She was like rubbing her shoulder and talking to her and everything. And really, really, really great. So, we're grateful for that. And then Andrea and I took a nice picture of her where, Andrea looks beautiful. There's Priscilla Presley's face, and I look fat and gay. But I hate pictures of myself. I take the worst pictures in the world. Andrea takes great pictures. We met the Sopranos kids. Here's Andrea and Meadow. This is Jamie Lynn Sigler. And these were the three people I came to see. I came to see Priscilla Presley was number one. I figured this was my one chance to meet Priscilla Presley. I've never seen her do a convention before. And that's, if we only get Priscilla Presley, mission accomplished. But the other two people we wanted to get AJ, who is Robert Iller, and Jamie Lynn Sigler. Now, when Andrea was younger, when Sopranos first came on TV, people used to say she was a dead ringer for Jamie Lynn Sigler. They say, "Oh, it's Meadow Soprano." Everywhere that she went in New Jersey, they'd say, "It's Meadow Soprano." And I got in line for Jamie Lynn Sigler, and I said, I bought the tickets, and I said, "No, I want you to do this for me." So I said, "Have her sign right here on the box and take a picture with her." And Andrea is so much better with celebrities than I am. I say stupid things. She said, "You know what? Like, I think she said something like, we could be sisters." And I saw Jamie's face like light up, like Meadow's face like lit up, like, ah. She's like, "Oh my gosh, we do look a lot alike." And so they posed for this great photograph and everything. And as Andrea was walking away, walking back towards me, I'm with Ava. Jamie's eyes followed her with a big smile on her face, like she was really happy to have met. Andrea has such a good presence about her and such good light and everything. People walk away from me and go, "What the fuck?" Looking around like for security or possibly. But when Andrea meets somebody, there's just I don't know. They're happy to have met her. So that's nice. But she took this great picture and everything. It's absolutely terrific. And yeah, people are saying they do look a lot alike. But especially, I'd say 10 years ago for both of them. Every now and then I would see a picture of like Jamie Lynn Sigler, and I'd be like, "Wow, she looks like Andrea." That's crazy. And then vice versa. So it was really, really good. I mean, the great thing was, here's my Sopranos box. Now, as you know, my other hobby is that I collect autographs. And so I've been around quite a bit. There's Burt Young. There's Uncle Junior right there. There's Janice Soprano. I added, here's AJ. And here's Meadows' signature right here. I don't know if it is showing up. Okay, good. Happy. Very, very happy. It was a good time. And the other thing was, as I walked up, I said, I gave her these two DVDs, Priscilla Presley, and I said, "Will you sign these?" And she said, "I never sign his work." And I thought to myself, I wonder why. And we talked about it on the way home a little bit, like, why is she like that? And I said, "Well, yeah, I understand. I said, would you this time, please? And because of Ava, she did. She refused. By the way, we're the only ones that got any Elvis merchandise. It seems so weird that she wouldn't. Obviously, you would bring her Elvis things to sign. We're the only ones who, in the entire show, who got anything Elvis signed by Priscilla Presley. She only wanted to sign either photographs of herself with Elvis. Elvis could be in the photograph, or like Naked Gun or whatever she was in Dallas. You know, you could bring stuff like that to her. But she very kindly signed both of these Elvis DVDs, which are now priceless because they just don't exist anywhere else. So, very excited about having met her. She was very, very kind to us. And then we had to go swimming because that's what Ava was looking forward to, which meant that I got in my swim trunks. The swimming pool, the indoor pool, had windows all around it, and the lines for Drea de Matteo and the Sopranos were lined up past the window. So me and Ava are in the swimming pool, and people could see my big fat belly in the swimming pool, just staring at me. You know, I was like, I got to do it. It's what I got to do because I promised Ava. So I went swimming in front of a whole crowd. I'm like, nobody knows me here. I don't care. Joseph Fazio says, issue with email fixed. Apparently, it's Bancroft's link. Dale signed up, no problem. Bancroft won't accept my regular email, but spares work. Weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing a few sentences of a conversation. I know. Thank you, Joseph. Tom Tuttle, hello, for $5 says, was it as crowded as last time? Because that was formidable. It might have been, but we got there early, Tom. We showed up there at 3 p.m. when it didn't even open up. No, we arrived there at 4 p.m. when it didn't even open up until 6. So, you know, we had plenty of time, and I moved around. I got everything that I needed to get, and we could have stayed today. And Andrew was like, "Do you want to stay?" And I'm like, "I just spent like $600 on autographs. It's like I think I'm good." I was prepared to spend $1,000 on autographs, but I went over to Michael Bean's table. You know, Michael Bean. I wanted him to sign Tombstone. And he wanted $80 to sign something, and that pissed me off, and I was like, "You know what? Priscilla Presley was $100, and I thought she'd be $200, so I brought $200 for her, and I was like, I'm either gonna get one signature, but if it's $100, I'll get two." She kindly only asked $100 for a signature. I got 2 signatures from her, and all those pictures, money well spent. Sopranos kids were $60 each, and then Michael Bean is $80. Fuck that. Like, there's no possible way. So that pissed me off, and I decided I wasn't going to buy any more autographs. Today, it's going to be jacked, dude. It's going to be incredibly crowded. And they got to move Priscilla Presley because her line was unreal. The key is to get there Friday and to get there early, to get there before anything, get it all done and leave. We woke up this morning. Getting Ava to sleep in that hotel room was tough. After we had dinner and everything, and oh my God, Tom, dinner. I had to go down. I'm like, we can go to Ruth's Chris down in the lobby and we can have a nice steak dinner. Andrea said, we can't bring Ava down there. She'll smell everything and she'll dry heave. So I was like, I'll bring food up so I bought a nice bottle of wine. I bought a couple of big steaks and, all the really nice. And then I got Ava a hamburger from there. And I realized that they'd only given us plastic utensils, which is hard to eat steak with. I said, Andrew, I'm going to eat this steak like a caveman. And I took this nice $80 steak and I picked it up with my hands and I ate it. It was fucking awesome, dude. That's the only way to eat steak really is to just pick it up and eat it like a caveman. That felt so good. Andrea sat there and worked it with her plastic utensils upstairs in our hotel room. And then when that was done, Ava was like, I want to go home. I want to sleep in my own bed. I want to go home. And we had to calm her down. I don't know what we're going to do. It's tough, man. It's really tough. The idea of going to conventions, I'd have to go alone. I don't want to go alone. I want to bring Andrea. If I bring Andrea, I got to bring Ava, obviously. This is a challenge. It's just a challenge. But yeah, we left early. I finally, Ava went to sleep. We woke up at 6 a.m. and I said, let's get out of here before the hotel gets filled up with people. We left early. Let me see. You didn't have her sign a copy of The Naked Gun? FKA 322, thanks for $2. I don't have one of those. I don't have a copy of that. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about Elvis. I'm all about Elvis. So the fact that I got her to sign those 2 Elvis DVDs, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I feel very happy. I'm happy to be home. Granty's Nut says the pics of Ava and Priscilla put a big smile on my face. Really cool moment. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Andrew, I was like, "Why are you crying?" Like in the car. She's like, we're talking about like how kind Priscilla was, and she's seriously like just like I'm like, awesome. It's just one of those moments where a little kindness goes a long way. And you're worried about it because as a parent of a special needs kid, like you don't want to get in anyone's way. You don't want to annoy people. You don't want to, and it's hard. You never know like where a tantrum's going to come from or anything like that. You don't know how it's going to be. So the fact that it turned out to be not only like not that bad, it wasn't so bad, but the hotel situation, like Ava's tantrum came when, at the end after dinner where she's like, I don't want to sleep here. I want to go home and sleep in my own bed. And it's like, we got to learn to sleep here. So, hold on a second. Lol, EVS is a caveman eating his steak, and Andrea's like T'Pol on Star Trek Enterprise using a knife to cut through her breadstick. Opinionated Junkie says, thoughts on Chuck Berry? Why? Thoughts on Chuck Berry? Chuck Berry died a long time ago, right? Hold on a second here. Chuck Berry. He's did he die like recently, or didn't he die a long time ago? Yeah, he died in 2017. What are my thoughts on him? My thoughts are that he obviously liked to watch women poop. A great rock star, terrific rock star, from whom many other performers swiped. I mean, the Beach Boys obviously stole Surfin' USA from Sweet Little 16. And I prefer Surfing USA. So F Chuck Berry, Jerry Springer died too. Yeah, Chuck Berry's already been dead. He's been dead for a little while. Chuck Berry, the R. Kelly of the 50s. That's what I'm going to say. I would eulogize him by saying before we had R. Kelly, we had Chuck Berry. Surviving Chuck Berry. Don't hold back. More Chuck Berry. What is this? Beach Boys sucks. We had Mike Love at this thing too, and I didn't even bother to go meet Mike Love, even though I'm a huge Beach Boys fan. I already got his autograph, so that's fine. But I didn't even go to meet him because everybody was complaining about him. Mike Love was asking, I think, $250 for a signature, and $250 for Mike Love's autograph. That's funny, I don't think so, Mike. I don't think Brian Wilson would charge $250 for his signature. I don't think he would. Man, that was fun. I love it. Mike hate. Good morning to all of you. Good morning. Yeah, I wanted to come back and just say hello to you all. I'm back in my studio. I am working. I'm getting stuff done. Thanks to everybody who purchased stuff from our eBay store. I told Andrea when we get home, we got a lot of eBay stuff to ship out, and we sure do. We got to get a ton of eBay stuff out because we've got posters up there right now. And let me see here. Oh, yeah. Did she already do them? No, she didn't do them yet. Hold on a second. Yeah, Andrea's up there shipping stuff now. She's so great. All right, here's what we got. Just so you guys know, and go to our eBay store. The link is in the description to this. Go over here and get these items. We've got our Blacklight posters are up now. Blacklight posters, you can get them. We will ship them same day. And also the Red Extermination poster by Dale Keown. Dale Keown is, 13 of these sold overnight. Dale Keown is also putting out a Pit book, a collected edition of Pit, which is interesting. That's right here, 30th Anniversary Pit Omnibus by Dale Keown. All 21. Are there only 21? I felt like there were more than 21 issues of Pit, but maybe there are only 21. All 21 issues of Pit collected here in this 466-page hardback edition. This is what people wanted. This is what they were looking for. Pilgrim Media says, remember the Manson Beach Boy connection, EVS. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that. It's my favorite thing. Urashima Ataru says, Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin. You got to see this shit. Yeah. All right. So I hope you guys are going to sign up for this. I already signed up for it. Thanks for your interest in our project. You're welcome. I don't know if it's Shadow Man. It might be. Can you guys like see if this is Shadow Man? Any idea if the Pit Omnibus will come in paperback, says Jason Scott? I have no idea. Like, I'm not doing this. I want you guys to know I'm not producing this. I think this is being produced by the Diaz brothers. I'm fairly sure because they were talking about doing this. They were like, we'll take on that gig. So the omnibus will be produced by them. I don't see why they wouldn't eventually release it as a trade paperback, but we'll see. I mean, make a nice phone book edition. Nice phone book edition. Oh, I'm not even sharing it. Here it is. 30th edition Pit Omnibus by Dale Keown. Boom. All these books in one, everyone. Amazing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anthony Prone says, how much does EVS charge for a signature? Less than Mark Brooks does. I sign for free. I don't believe in. I mean, listen. I reserve the right in my old age, like when I'm Stan Lee's age, and I can't draw anymore. I can't do anything. I might go around. I might charge a couple bucks for a signature, make a little extra money in my retirement. But not when I'm young and vital, like I am. Young and vital. I'm not going to charge for my signature. I see these parasites, these other comic book pros at conventions now, like they're celebrities charging for their signatures. You guys are nuts. Sign for free. Sell your comics, sell merch, whatever it is, sell some prints, but signing stuff should be free. I mean, almost always. It's craziness. Brooke should pay us, says Right. I know. Absolutely true. House of R says, I will buy Pitt. Yes, thank you. Do that, guys. Sign up for Pitt. Dale got trashed last night, says Past Masterton. You're kidding me. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, there is a signature fee on some of my campaigns. There's sometimes like sign all my stuff, and I'll just add an extra like couple bucks in there. And that way I don't have to sign everything. Just sign some specific things. Deep Reds 8 says, I finally got my PVC toy, Ethan. Thanks. 2 years later. Wow. Why does it have to be a passive aggressive uppercut underneath there? Thank you, Deep Red State. Do you like it? Is it cool? Let me see. Hail Anthony Perone. Did Shane beat John or lose again last night? I don't know. I missed it. See, I was gone. I missed this whole thing. I signed up. Dale misses Mandy. Did he say that? Dale needs to make this omnibus size and not regular hardcover size. Billy did this with the She omnibus. Yes, he loves Mandy, says Chris Boitano. I want that Cyberpunk poster signed by EVS and Keown. Well, All Gold Productions, you can, if you buy one of my posters or anything, if you buy anything from my eBay store, you can leave a note in there that says, ask Ethan to sign this, please. And it's free. I will sign it for free. You just have to leave a note and I will sign it for you. That's what we do. All right. So let's talk about perverts, weirdos. That's what we do on this show. Can we talk about that? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's begin. Elon Musk jettison's Twitter account that shared a pedophilia pride flag. So these perverts and weirdos, these creeps, these child effers are now making a pride flag. Elon Musk made it clear on Wednesday that on Twitter, which is now under new management, zero tolerance for pedophiles. That's good. That's great. An account under the name Potluck posted an image of a YAP flag featuring what does YAP stand for? Is that young attracted person? Featuring blue, yellow, red, and purple bars while paying homage to Alice Day, which is reportedly a pedophile pride day. That's April 25th. Did you guys know that? April 25th is pedophile pride day. Happy Alice Day to those who celebrate. Wow. Wow. The balls of these people. Absolute balls. They're coming. I'm telling you. I am telling you, these people are coming. I figured why not use today to unveil the Youth Attracted People pride flag I designed almost a year ago? I wanted to stray from the oft-used horizontal bars motif, but only a little. I wanted to retain some familiarity. This is a what the hell? By the way, I'm glad that it kind of resembles and looks a little bit like every other pride flag. They're all the same. Twitter account would be suspended after the post, and when other social media users asked or called attention to the development, Musk responded, "Not tolerated on this platform." Good for you, Elon. Shut these mofos down. Yurashima Taru says trans flags colors represent young boys and girls. Yeah. With all the focus on indoctrinating school children on gender dysphoria and queer theory, as well as advocating for young children being exposed to over-sexualized drag queen performers. By the way, the left insists they're not coming for our children. They don't understand. Like, leftists, they don't see any of this as weird. Like, what's your problem exactly? When did a drag queen hurt anyone? And meanwhile, you just see, like, little children handing dollars to, like, black guys dressed like women with their asses out, shaking their asses in their face. They're wearing thongs. And what do you mean? It's just all in good fun. Like, these people don't have any children. They have no interest in raising children. They really don't know what normal is anymore. They're completely strayed from, like, any sense of decency, morality. You know, their morality is social justice and equity. That's what they see as morality. Like, they are more concerned for the rights of the drag queen in thong with its ass out and its balls, shaking it in the face of a child. Like, we must protect that individual. That individual is a protected class of human being. Children, no, not so much. Are children a protected class of human being? No, not so much. You know, just various breeds of perverts. Those are the ones who we must seek to look after and protect. Yeah, hedonists, all of them, says Riosto. Christopher John says, thank you and Aunt Andrea for shipping the Salamandroid figure just in time for my kid's birthday. Hey, you bet. I'm glad that you got it, man. We're shipping stuff every single day, but it's not fast enough. Like, you know, we're shipping like crates and crates and crates out every single day, and people are like, where is it? Are you still shipping? Where is my shit, Ethan? Where is it? I'm like, oh my God, Mikey, work faster. I'm like hiding in the basement. Mikey, pack boxes. Mikey, my fans are yelling at me. Pack boxes faster. And print out and tell Lauren to print out more you know, address slips. Terrible. Rancor X says, bring back the Salem witch trials. Yeah, I would like to do that. I really would like to throw these people into wells. Deep, deep wells. Their actions say otherwise. That's right. We're not coming for your children. Oh, yes, you are. Of course they are. This is what it's all about, guys. They've admitted a few times, you know. The gay agenda is coming home. The gay agenda is here. Yeah, it is. All right. Hold on a second. Angela Schmalke says, EVS, my husband would agree with you. Oh, really? It's always good to agree with me. I love this. On that note, Alan Walker, a former assistant professor. Oh, what is this? As we continue down the rabbit hole of gender insanity, pedophiles are not only getting bolder, but are gaining more public support. On that note, Alan Walker, former assistant professor at Old Dominion University, advocated for the term minor attracted person to be used to describe those who are sexually aroused by children. Yurashima Taru says, time to a rock. If they float, they're a pedo. I like that idea too. It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. By the way, this is the whole thing. Don't forget, like leftists see they sort of hide behind words. They want to change if like a word comes to define who they are. It's just a word, like the word pedophile. There's nothing wrong with the word pedophile. It doesn't say the word pedophile is a scientific word. It doesn't mean piece of shit. It's not like piece of shit. It's just that we know that pedophiles are pieces of shit. So therefore, the word pedophile becomes something that's like, we must change that word. So now they want to call it something else to dance a little bit more. It's the same thing that happened with SJW. They were happy to call themselves social justice warriors for the longest time. We're social justice warriors. And then people came to understand that social justice warriors are pieces of shit. And so now they no longer want to be called social justice warriors. And there's always some new word. They always want to change the word somehow so that it confuses people into not understanding who it is that's being discussed. And people know that pedophiles are pieces of shit. So we've got to change the word pedophile and call them minor attracted persons. Aaron Booth says, flexing my 32 months. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Philly Humor says, throw them in a volcano. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Oh, Snake says, they'll call it child enthusiast next. Yeah, I like child enthusiast makes me laugh. I think people who, by the way, people who want to skirt the rules on Twitter and stuff call people child enthusiasts. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume it means sex offender. And that isn't true. And it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions towards minors. This is the other dance that they do. And I see this a lot. Man, I see this a lot from people who should know better on Twitter. I'm not Twitter, YouTube. I see like YouTubers, like, sitting there pretending to be skeptics and just going, well, I mean, you can't help who you're attracted to. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? You're attracted to children. You're a severely damaged person. That's the tip of the iceberg. This idea that you could be like, it's like, you can't help it. It's just the fact. No, there's something wrong with you, dude. There's something seriously wrong with you. And like, under no circumstances should it be normalized, should it be excused. Should you define yourself? By the way, why would you want to, even if that were true, why would you want to define yourself that way? When you say, I'm a minor attracted person, you're basically letting people know to be on guard around you because you're trying to F their kids. You want to F their kids. Coley Cotton says, you making any YouTube member trading cards soon? We're working on it, Coley Kitten. We're working on a new set of YouTube cards that are based around the abilities of Cyberfrog and his friends and his villains. That'll be soon. Urash Mataru says, serial killers can't help killing people. Fuck them. That's exactly right. I'm a murderer that just abstains from murdering people. I'm a serial killer that doesn't kill people. What the hell are you talking about? We had one of these guys recently show up in our community. We threw him right the fuck out. This guy Puma Fist. Puma Fist would be in the chat sometimes. And he got in this whole like argument with us. He's just like, hey, listen, Ethan, you're lying if you won't admit that 14-year-old, 16-year-old girls are fucking hot, man. What's the difference? Why? Because the law says. Why? Because the law, well, in some states, and he's got a whole list, some states, 16-year-old girls are illegal. It's like, dude, you're 50 years old. What the hell I will. You hear stuff like this, and you just want to pick up a large cinder block, Hear arguments like this, especially if you're a parent. If you're a parent of a teenager, they're children. What are you talking about? But there's an attempt to normalize it. It's exactly true. Like people, what's going on in society right now, there's less and less shame out there. Miles Chung says the old regime allowed it. I'm glad you fired them all. Thank you, dear Elon. You're doing amazing things for humanity. It's true. He is. Thank you. I was temporarily suspended by old Twitter for simply saying that child raping pedophiles should face the death penalty after being proven guilty. Big change under your ownership. Now pedophiles are no longer protected by Twitter. Keep it up. Monthly fee that could eradicate pedophiles from social media is worth every penny. It's $8. We have another. I like this kid who's hats off. Hats off. There you go. Just saying. Time Magazine Person of the Year. He deserves to be. Imagine that. That's the world that we live in right now. It's the world we're creating. Peppermint Oil Capsule says, sorry, can't stay. Saw your recent stream regarding promoting only the best comics, meaning the Kings. How about a monthly 1 minute short promoting your favorite amateurs? Well, I mean, I didn't say just Kings because there are other people who are not technically Kings, but you got the Diaz brothers, you got Eric Weathers, and I could make a list of just terrific comic skaters who were not technically ever working for the mainstream, who are doing work that is fantastic now. I like your idea, though. I'm thinking about it. We're discussing this amongst ourselves and figuring out exactly the best way to move forward with that because we should be promoting more comics. Ruby Jade 90 says, Chokeout just said 16-year-olds are ripe on the Jack Show. Chokeout. Chokeout? You want to jump in the wood chipper too? Watch what you say around here. Examoon says, we must pass legislation that provides serial killers immunity when they decorate their living room walls with maps. What? Hell, Comicsgate Ethan says RBD Leathers. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Very kindness. A lot of kindness going on here. Let me see here. Cheers, Ethan. Love you. Thank you, Peppermint Oil Capsule. FKA 322 says, did you see Georgie Alexopoulos on Tim Pool? Yeah, he goes on there like 4 or 5 times a year, dude. He's on there a lot. They like his cartoons over there. But no, I didn't see any new appearance, any late appearance. Anthony Prince says, we love you and your family. Yes, well, I love you too. I love you guys. Sabi Overby says, yeah, I knew Puma Fist was all kind of wrong. No, for real, dude. Bizarre. Yarash Mataru says, LGBT community tried several times since the 60s. Yeah, you can't do it, dude. Let me see. Just because it's legal at 16 in the UK, that's sick. Yeah, but isn't there something called like the Romeo and Juliet law? This is what people don't. I think I could be wrong about this. Correct me. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm correct. Because people say, yes, 16 is legal in some states. All right, look. For me, like it is the 4-year window of high school. So in other words, if you're an asshole senior and you're dating a freshman, that's 18 and 14. Like that's technically not legal, but it's high school. Everything's different. Everything's in high school. So you move that window along. So if you're 16 years old and dude's 20, still that's effed up, dude. But I think that's legal. I think that's what it is. It's not you're 50 years old and you're 16 and she's 16. That's not what it is it? Still little kids, man. 16-year-olds are little kids. I see them buzzing around here all the time because of Kaylee. Kaylee's friends are little kids. They don't. I mean, seriously, I took them out to that concert, and they're just like, they're acorns of women. They're eventually going to become women, but they're just little babies. They're not fully formed yet, and their brains aren't formed, and they don't know what they're doing. And older men could easily take advantage of them, and that is why we must stop these scumbags like Puma Fist who are perfectly willing to do that. It's like no, we protect children, we protect young girls, so that they can mature into their 20s, where they are technically supposed to be smart enough to make the better decisions. But that isn't always the case. Antonio Cardinho says, I think Jesus said to tie a rock around their neck and toss them into the ocean. Yeah, I think that's in the book of Matthew. I think it is, or the book of Revelations. The book of Revelation. It's just singular Revelation. Let me see. I met my wife when she was 17 and I was 20. That's okay. I mean, it's just I think that's the way it works. I met Andra. I was 18 years old. She was 16. We didn't date though. We were just friends. I was 18 years old. I was at the mall. I was drawing and I saw Andra walk by, long-legged 16-year-old, and I was like, 18 years old, and it was okay for my brain because I was 18. There was a 2-year difference. But I didn't even date her until I didn't date her until she was 40. What was the holdup? I didn't date Andrea until she was 40 years old. We were just friends. And she said, why didn't you ask me out? I wanted to go out with you. I said, you were dating some Philly types. you know, you were dating some dudes that would come after me with lead pipes, if I remember correctly. Blast Radius says for $10, I would get rid of the pride flag on Twitter altogether. LGBT really believe they're a part of some ethnic group when they're not. The rainbow used to be a fun thing kids are attracted to. See? Oh, it's fun. Rainbows, everyone. Now rainbows equal sodomy and all kinds of weird stuff. My homie Ellie Munoz says Shane didn't read my super chat last night. Why is he like this? Was he drunk? Maybe Shane was drunk. I might drink today. I might spend the day outside. If it lightens up a little bit, it's been raining all day. I hope it gets sunny out. We had the backyard cleaned up. It looks really nice out there. 2 weeks until the pool opens. Most states have a 4 to 5 year age difference cap. That kind of makes a little more sense. But people are running wild. They think that, like, well, 16 years old is legal. No, it isn't. And why are you looking at 16-year-olds? I'll fucking kill. I will kill you. I think about, like, my kids. I'll fucking kill you, dude. Grumpy Pants Shane. Happy Saturday, says Troy. My eye itches. Happy Saturday. Great, amazing intro convention story. You waited 24 years to date Andrea. Lol, says Troy Brisbane. Yeah, I just didn't think she'd say yes. Like, I was dating other girls. She had a couple of boyfriends in between, then she got married. Are you making a Shane Davis toy, E? Says Andy Montemayor. No. Why would I make a Shane Davis toy? Oh, you mean of one of his characters, or you mean of Shane Davis himself? Philly Humor says, damn, I thought you were 10 years older than Andrea. No, I know I look it. Like, Andrea still looks, pretty good, but for her age, we're like old people. I'm 48 years old. She's 46. You're not supposed to tell people there. She's 46, but holding it together. She looks great. That's the whole thing. She looks good. We need CG King's action figures. Can you imagine? CG King's in action figures, essentially, except for Graham Nolan. The rest of us would all be sitting in our chairs, like drawing, and then with headphones on and a microphone. CG King's in action figures. Make a sumo Shane toy, says Yurashima Taru. Why doesn't Shane do that? Why do I have to do it? F and Dave says EVS would look good if he wasn't a fat. Ethan is old. You're both old then, says Lewis Lord. Yeah, she's a young 46. And she's holding together. She's better genes, I guess. Yeah, I would look good if I wasn't a fat. By the way, when you look in another mirror, like, this is the thing about going to a hotel. Like, you go and you look in the hotel mirror, it's a different mirror. I was like, I'm way too fat. Still carrying around like a barrel in front of me. Big fat slob, I said, as I ate an entire T-bone steak, 16-ounce T-bone steak with my bare hands. Big fat slob. Like, what in the world? I had a long way to go. I got to keep doing what I'm doing, or I got to change it. I might have to change it up. I might have to go back to a different diet for a little while, some homosexual vegan diet for a little while. Get used to that. Lose a couple pounds, then move around. I think that in a way, like, you just you move from diet to diet, change it up. My body wants to be surprised. My body's just like, well, we're okay. We can still get fatter on the diet you're giving us now. Oh, it's steak. It's nothing but steak and chicken. Okay, that's fine. We'll still get fat. And then I go, oh yeah, well, heads up, a-hole. Now, and I'm speaking to my body's inner monologue. Heads up, a-hole. We're on a juice fast now. We're on a juice cleanse. Ethan looks 80 years old, says Delaware Comic Dude. I'm dyeing my beard again. You guys, you tricked me. You guys tricked me. I was like, oh, they're right. I should let my beard go gray again. Nope. And I skipped my barbershop appointment. D.A. Vel says our power's out, but I have batteries. Wow. Also, nice shirt. Hey, thanks. Splatbag says, you're doing well. I'm doing my best, but I'm still fat. You going to dye your beard for Rogan, Ethan? Yeah, I might have to do that when I go on the Joe Rogan show. Black again. Pilgrim Media says, is Cecil Ed McMahon to your Johnny Carson, Ethan? I think so. Yeah, it's not like that though. That's not a perfect analogy because it's me, Cecil, and John Malin. Like the three of us together are great. Me, Cecil, John Malin. Mr. Joker 1128 says, make Pitt so successful to flex on the image, guys. That's up to you. I can't do anything about it. You guys have to back the books. We're only successful because you guys make it so. You know, we can't we don't go like I have no control over that. Like I don't know how Pitt's gonna do. It's up to you guys. Are you gonna buy it? Are you guys gonna order Pitt? Are you gonna back the comic book? Are you gonna back the collected edition? If you do, then we'll do great. You know, otherwise we'll look like fools. We'll look like fools. Yeah, it's all dependent on you. I mean, how much do you guys want this? Cyberfrog 3 has to do well. They're waiting for it over there. They can't wait. Those people, these SJWs can't wait. But this is how we're looking right now. The feels when All Caps Comics officially has more operating cash than IDW. Hashtag Comicsgate. Here's IDW. IDW expects to hold approximately $5.7 million in cash equivalents as of April 28. And then meanwhile, here I am, 5.78 million, which technically means that I have $80,000 more cash on hand than IDW. And this drove them nuts. Like we're only able to do this because of you. This is not me. This is Comic Skaters making Cyberfrog exceptionally successful. And so we can say things like this and then people get upset. And they do get upset. They're just like, shut up, Ethan. What do you want from me? I can't help it. I can't help that All Caps Comics is awesome and IDW sucks. What am I supposed to do? And then this guy goes, buy it. What, buy IDW? What? And then this guy here goes, except that 50, I love SJWs, except that 5.78 million could also be written as 5.7 million. So I'm not sure where the dunk is here. Dude, are you retarded? Hold on a second. Yes. You got to be kidding me. I just said that me and Andrea raised as much cash to make product. That's just me and Andrea with Cyberfrog as all of IDW did. We raised as much money as IDW has right now in their bank account. What do you mean you don't know where the dunk is, you idiot? What are you, nuts? Yeah, well, technically it's the same amount of money if you round down. Actually, it isn't. If you're using the rounding curve, this is 5.8 million because this is an 8 here, so you round up from here. So it'd be 5.8 million. Whereas this could be 5.69 million rounded up as 5.7 million. So that's where the dunk is. But the dunk is that some fat dork in New Jersey, not me, could raise, I'm not talking about myself when I say that, some incredibly gifted, talented, charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man in New Jersey in his basement could have as much operating capital as IDW has at this moment. And by the way, I don't employ Heather Rantos. I'm smarter than that. I don't understand. What does it take to impress these people? You're not impressed by that? You don't know where the dunk is there that I have as much money as IDW has? You don't know? You're not sure? You gotta be effing kidding me. Every day. Look at this guy. Opening his shirt like this. Super retard. What are you doing? And by the way, stop stalking my Twitter to say dumb shit like this. It's embarrassing for you. For me, it's just funny. All my enemies are stupid. All the people who hate me are stupid. Just embrace the fact that Cyberfrog is great. And it is great. How could you say that it isn't great? Look at this. You got to be kidding me. Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, of course, getting great reviews everywhere. People who say that it wasn't perfect are liars. It is perfect. People who say it wasn't perfect are people like Vicky. Everybody else, of course, acknowledges its greatness. Marnu says, listening to you while mowing my grass. I love hearing about the convention of Priscilla Presley. She sounds like a wonderful person. And Ava is adorable. Yeah, she is. Ava is. And by the way, yeah, she is a wonderful person. I just think about that. And, you would think, like, if you were cynical, you'd be like, oh, she just did that for a photo op. She was just doing that because she wanted. No, she doesn't care about that. She's Priscilla Presley. This is a picture that I took. So this is her. Look at her. She's cooing at her and everything. Ava's like so shy, like she's just like, okay. But she knew who Priscilla Presley is. She knows who she is. Look at her. This is what, like, this is the whole thing, like being almost 80 years old and getting down like this to talk to a kid with special needs and to touch her and coo at her and stuff. So I was just like snapping pictures and everything like that. This was entirely her own doing. We didn't ask her to do this at all. Like, we just said, do you mind if we just set her here? Like, I don't want to be in your way. I don't want to interrupt your line. And she left her booth to come around and crouch down by Ava and just be so sweet. I mean, what an incredible person. And I had to get her. I just said, could you please, if it's not too much to ask, will you look this way? It's like, we got a bunch of pictures like that, with her, like with her head away from us. And then as soon as I said that, she turned and she gave us a look for a nice picture, which I appreciated. Yeah, she's like 70 some. I don't know how old she is. She's less than 80, but she's, she's getting up there. So, very, very, very nice. By the way, Ava is in love with Toucan Sam now. So if anybody wants to send us gifts, if you have anything Toucan Sam, Ava watches Fruit Loops commercials, and she said, Dad, I want a Toucan Sam. And I looked all over eBay and found one of the biggest Toucan Sam stuffies that I could find. And she carries this thing around. She loves Toucan Sam. And she doesn't want to eat Fruit Loops. We bought her a Fruit Loop cereal. She wants to look at the box. She doesn't want to, like, she tasted them and she doesn't like them. She likes Cheerios, but she loves Toucan Sam. And what really pissed her off was I put on a reel of old cereal commercials for like Fruit Loops commercials on YouTube on the TV, and the earliest Toucan Sam commercials are in black and white, And she's like, "Give him back his rainbow. Give Toucan back his rainbow, Dad." I said, it's in black and white. She says, no black and white. Give him his rainbow. See, this is what a rainbow means to a kid. This is what a rainbow is meant to mean to a child. Which is exactly why this shit happens. Full lineup for previews for DC Pride 2023. Number 1, led by Grant Morrison. Mr. Joker says, follow your nose. She sees her dad. She actually says, follow your nose. It always knows. Marnu says, listening to you. Oh, I read that one. Okay. Just making sure I'm keeping up with the super chats, guys, and the member chats too. Examoon says, Cheerios are healthier than Fruit Loops, so good. Yeah. Ava doesn't really like sugar too much. She likes fruit, but, she's a kid. She only eats kid stuff. Hot dogs, pizza, chicken nuggets, occasionally cheeseburgers. That's all she wants to eat, though, all day long. Chicken nuggets. All right. Phil Jimenez. Never mind. Here we go. DC's new Pride anthology. I'm sure this is going to be good. Headrock says, you skipped my damn super chat, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I did? How did I do that? I'm sure that Headrock, are you joking with me? Are you messing with me? Troy Brisbane says, the Cyberfrog PVC you shared with us on the rotating RGB lighting was really effing cool. Simply a beautiful piece. Yeah, everybody's getting those right now. We're sending those out with tons of them. 421 Spaceman said, didn't Priscilla Me Too Elvis a couple of years ago? We were talking about that on the way home too. She has every right to do that. I mean, if she wants to do, see, this is the thing. I'm like, do you think she's going to write a book like really like going to town, like Me Tooing Elvis? Because she's got to have bad feelings about Elvis. You know, Andrew's like, why wouldn't she? Why doesn't she want to sign Elvis stuff? And I was like, well, here's the thing. Okay, like first of all, Elvis met her when she was like 14 or something like that, and then essentially did what we would call grooming. Basically said, I'm going to, I don't, according to everything that's said, he didn't lay a hand on her until she was legal, until they were married, even from what I understand. But he did sort of groom her into being the perfect wife, the perfect woman to be his wife, right? So that is grooming. Hold on a second. When you talk to your body, does it beg for mercy? Says Headrock. Oh, that's probably the super chat that you were referring to. Okay, sorry about that. I got you, Headrock. Let me catch up with everybody. If anything, you seem more wise without your dyed beard, says Sci-Fi's Life. Really? I fool you guys into thinking I'm some kind of like wizard? Alyssa McCrillis says 77 is my maximum sex age. That's your maximum. You'll F a 77-year-old. Yeah. Okay. So this is the one we're talking about now. Yeah. Like, I was like, here's the thing. So he married her, and basically he married her because like he was having fun. And, back then in the late 50s, early 60s, the Colonel was telling them, Colonel Tom Parker said, you got to marry a girl so that you look like a nice, normal young man, which is, you already have this this reputation as like a hip swiveling, like hellion, like, somebody who's going to corrupt and pervert the American youth. And we want to sell records. That isn't, Colonel Tom Parker thought that wasn't going to help sell records. How wrong he was. But he's like, got to marry someone. So he groomed Priscilla to be his queen, like the bride, And then he married her and knocked her up, and then cheated on her every single day of his marriage to her. Cheated on her, like with starlets, with all kinds of. Like Elvis effed everyone he was ever in a movie with, except for Mary Tyler Moore. Like all of the co-stars, all of the women. He liked it. He liked to get around. I don't blame him. I mean, I completely understand. But then imagine being Priscilla, and then eventually, he divorces Priscilla. And I think Priscilla's attitude might be, first of all, I don't want to take credit for or put my name, sign something that's his work that really has nothing to do with me. I didn't do this. I didn't make these records. I didn't do any of this. And, frankly, probably being married to Elvis wasn't all that fun. But at the same time, I did have his child. And so therefore, Priscilla's thinking, I'm keeping his last name and I'm taking what's owed to me. And I'm owed, women are. I'm owed all of this. And I get, the money, I get the name, I get the royalties, I get all this stuff. That's mine because of what I put up with. And then, if she wanted to, she could go back and Me Too the hell out of him and be like, he's a groomer. He groomed me. If she wanted to do that, she could do that. And I think if she did do that, like officially, I think she came out and explained, yeah, that is what happened. But if she came out and started crying about it, people would turn on her because I really do believe Elvis is too important to do that too. I don't think it would work. In a popularity contest, Elvis is going to win. Still, look at this. Tony Wasuda says, love Priscilla was so good with your Ava. What a classy woman. How was Priscilla's spirits? No, there wasn't a sense that she would never smiled. Really, or probably maybe she couldn't smile. Her face is really, but she was kind. She was very, very kind. There was a spirit of kindness about her, and yeah, like just seeing her do what she did for Ava. Now, to be fair, we were first in line. Today, this morning, she's going to wake up to a line that's crazy. She's going to like people. She's going to become grouchy, I think, and she's probably grouchy right now. That's just the way that is. I don't blame her. I mean, I looked at her line. I'd want to kill myself. You got to meet and greet all those people. Here's the thing. You got to meet and greet all those people. And, we came away from meeting her with like a sense of She was so good to us. She was so kind to us. What a great person. And you've got to do that for everybody in the line. That's people can't do that. It's a lot of work. It's not just autographing things. It's giving people a good experience. And we came there for a good experience, and we got one. And she's got to do that for everybody. And God help that woman. Didn't Priscilla inherit hundreds of millions? Says Examoon. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what her finances are like, but she's sitting there signing autographs right now. So maybe not. Like maybe, yeah, like she's got to pay for the upkeep of Graceland. And by the way, like she was just in some legal struggle with Elvis's granddaughter. This is the thing that Andrea was telling me. Elvis has a granddaughter, and Lisa Marie's daughter, and that would make the granddaughter Elvis's blood. And Elvis's granddaughter just inherited Graceland. She's now got Elvis, and Priscilla doesn't. So, which I gotta say, my attitude about that is she's blood. You're not Priscilla's not blood. She's blood. She should have Graceland, of course. Love Priscilla. She's very kind. Appreciate it. But yeah, like the granddaughter Riley, I think her name is. Is her name Riley? Hold on, let me see about this. I'm gonna learn about it. Elvis granddaughter. Elvis's grandson killed himself, unfortunately. Oh yeah, Riley Keough. I wish she'd change her name to Presley because she looks. Oh my God, dude, how old is she? And can I get Hunter to marry her? Hold on. Oh my God, this is the same situation where I'm telling Anna, that Star Wars girl, that she should have effed Sean Lennon and gotten pregnant. All right, so how can I get Hunter to marry Riley? How old is she, first of all? She's got a child. She's already married? Grandfather Elvis Presley. Danielle Riley Keough. 1989. She's 10 years older than Hunter. So she's 34 years old. That's okay. That's not so bad. Yeah, look at that Elvis face on her. Look at that Elvis face on her. Yeah. All right. So she now inherited all of the Elvis estate. And that's the way things are. And I agree. I think that's the way it should be. I don't care. Like, there's an age difference. That's all right. That's not a big age difference. Here's her. Oh my, yes. How can I meet Riley? Why doesn't she do a signing thing? I can't believe Lisa Marie's dead. It kills me. It's really sad. Get it together, Presley's. Hey, Presley family, get it together. You have a legacy. Stay off the drugs. Stay off the depression. Get medicated properly if you have to. But so we know Riley has a kid. Riley Keough, child. I became a mother in 2022. All right. Daughter of Lisa Marie. Welcome, baby girl. Baby girl. So we don't have another boy yet, but we got a great grandchild. Okay. All right. All right. This is good. This is good news. Presley legacy lives on. I was concerned about that because when I heard that Elvis's grandson killed himself, I said, "Is that the family line? Is that it? Stay off the depression." Yeah, take care of yourself. All right, good. We got a great grandchild. Oh, Snake says this is getting weird. It is not getting weird. You're not an Elvis fan like I am. Man of Action says I'd slip her a hot beef injection. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to. I mean, I'm married and everything. I'd have to tell Andrea. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Andrea, can I have permission to knock up Elvis's granddaughter? I think she'd beat the shit out of me if I said that to her. Rightfully so. But I'd have to explain to her, like, no, it's just to impregnate her. Sweetheart, no, it's just to impregnate. No, sweetheart, it's just to merge my bloodline with Elvis's. And Andrea would be on top of me like this. I'll merge your bloodline. And 200-watt studio. And Margaret was the female Elvis. They had a rocky relationship for a while, but and broke it off because of Elvis's ego. Yeah. I know. I met Anne Margaret in the 90s. Give her a Corvette first and then and then merge her bloodline. Yeah, Anne Margaret was crazy. But I met her. She did a whole she did a convention, a comic convention in New York, and I got to meet her. I didn't get her to sign anything though, because I didn't care. But Manoa says, I like morning streams. So good. Elvis broke Anne Margaret off. I'd expect Andrea to use a knife instead of fists. I could ask her, Andrea, if you're listening, like if you were gonna do physical damage to me, like would it be your fist? Would it be a knife? Would it be a gun? Like, what do you think? Yeah. Andrea would beat Ethan like Pesci at the end of Casino. Andrea come downstairs and be like, scissors. I'd use scissors, pal. She would understand, though. I actually did ask her. I said, let's say it's 1954. Frank Sinatra. Would you make love to Frank Sinatra if you had a chance? And she said, no, I don't see him that way. I like his music. I'm not attracted to him like that. I just like his music. I go, yeah, but what about burying his child? Like, that doesn't occur to you? She said, no. She means it too. They're just, those are just that's just my mental illness, as it turns out. Like, I'm the one who's like, no, we must breed. We must breed these celebrities. We must breed these artists and create a race of super people that will conquer the world. Let me see. Maybe she's not listening. Yell louder, says Eric Weathers. Andrea. Would you be willing to ask Andrea that on a live stream? Yeah, of course I would. You know me better than that. I would ask her that. Ethan might like celebs a little too much. Only some of them, like classic ones. I like the celebrities from before I was born. Like, I don't like the current crop. I don't even know. People are like, casting fantasy. Who would you cast as Green Lantern? I'm like, Gregory Peck. Like, he's dead and he's also 120 years old. I don't know. Like, I don't know who's around. I was sitting there though. I was happy to have met Robert Iller, AJ Soprano, Anthony Jr. And I was sitting there like thinking about it when I was driving home, and I was like, I wonder, like, I have this idea that Cyberfrog talks like this. But what if he doesn't? What if he talks a little bit more like Michael J. Fox? Like, what if he talks like, and I was thinking, what if like he sounds like AJ Soprano? Like, what if I got Robert Iller, who isn't doing anything right now, to do some voiceover for animation because he's got a nice Jersey accent. He's young. He could sound like a hero. He's got a little bit of a, I don't know if he still does. I didn't notice it, but like his voice used to kind of like break a little bit, like Michael J. Fox. His voice broke. What if he sounds like that? I was thinking about it. That'd be pretty cool. And then as I was thinking this, I said to Andrea, I said, you know what? What would you think of Jamie Lynn Sigler as Heather Swain? She said, no. I said, why not? She said, she doesn't look anything like Heather Swain. I said, somebody's jealous. I feel like you're jealous of your clone. First time we see Andrea on a live stream is her swinging a bat at the back of your head, says 200 Watt Studio. I agree. I think that'd be good. Riley Presley would be a good Heather Swain. Thank you, Marcus. Exactly. Hold on, let me look again. See if I can find some better pictures here. Let's just see if she would make a good Heather Swain. Just very curious about this. I'm serious about it too. Like this is casting now. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not like, she's Elvis's granddaughter. No, that doesn't even factor into it. To me, it's like, yeah, but would she make a great Heather Swain? And the answer is clearly yes. I mean, obviously. What a vision. Ew. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening here? So we got the two Presley grandchildren. He is no more, but we still have Riley. You got Michael Jackson. Get your hands off of her. The hell. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's Heather Swain. That is Heather Swain to a T. Perfect. Perfect casting. And I guess this is her husband here. Quietly welcomed a baby girl. Look at that Elvis face. Like, he looks like he's being held captive. Like, what is this? Like, okay, honey. Some people are not made for showbiz. I love you so much, baby. He's like, yeah, if you don't mind, could you like take your affection, physicality somewhere else in Graceland? Could you like, is it possible that you could take your love and move it a little bit to the left? Move it a little bit to no, my left, not your no, your left, not my left. Blast Radio says, what happened with Puma Fist now? I don't know. Hopefully he's in jail. Hope he's in jail. That's bad. You don't want to post this. You don't want to have this picture end up anywhere. Page 6. And just be like, yeah, baby. Dude, you're boning Elvis's granddaughter. Why are you like this? No offense, but like, no offense, but like, you're boning Elvis's granddaughter. Why are you like this? Andrew's going to come down and hit me pretty soon. I better watch out. Am I wrong about that? I don't feel like I'm wrong about it. I feel like I'm right about it, as usual. Always right. Yeah. Anyway, that's what happened with Puma Fist. Gina Carano as Heather Swain. Kristen Stewart for Heather Swain. Matt Six Bars here. He says, Riley is cast in the movie. You and Hunter visit the set. Boom. Love connection. Operation Swain Hunt. Love it. Swain Hunt. That's how it works. A lot of people mad at me. Maybe she's crazy, says Sickle. She's been driving him nuts. He's just like, you're wrong, EVS, says Apex Comics. Could be. What do you think of Raphael from the Ninja Turtles for Cyberfrog's voice? Is he available? Isn't he just a cartoon? No, if I could, I would just hire people who I want to meet, who I want to work with. I would hire people who I want to be friends with. You know, that's all I would do. I would take that opportunity to try to make friends with people, with celebrities. Robert Romano says, my parents rode to Graceland on a motorcycle after they retired from Florida. They had deep affection for Elvis and the Presleys. That's true, Robert. That's good. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm ready to drive down this 18-hour drive, Andrea says, down to Memphis. I said, we could move to Florida, or we could move to Memphis. Both are conservative states. So I want to get away from leftists. Got to get away from Democrats and liberals. And here in New Jersey, I feel like New Jersey's mine. It's where I grew up. It's my home state. I'm comfortable here, but I know I'm surrounded. I'd like to move to a place where people aren't perverts, and aren't communists. My neighborhood is good. I'm in an oasis, a red oasis. I like that. But imagine me being in Florida. DeSantis is my governor. Or if we don't like the monsoons, Memphis, Tennessee. You know, I'm about as far from from being a Tennessean and fitting in with that culture as possible, but I would like it. I'd have a good time there. I'd go walking Graceland. No, I'd go walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 2 feet off a Beale. Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel? Buy a nice house down there. Memphis is not safe, says Apex Comics. Why not? You'd like Nashville better, says Garrick B. Why isn't it safe? Memphis to society. EVS wants to go to Tennessee. Oh, shit. Doug Naples down there? Oh, my God. Daily Wire's cool. I like Daily Wire. I got everybody mad at me because I still to this point, people are mad at me that I stood by the Daily Wire and I said Steven Crowder is a piece of shit. You're like, no, you're wrong about that. How am I wrong about it? I don't like Steven Crowder. I don't like what he did. I don't like it. I don't like the idea that, you act like a job offer is an affront. It's like an attack on you. Just say no. I don't. People are like, no, you're wrong about that. No, I'm not wrong about that. I'm right about that. You get offered a job. It's not. Well, don't you understand, Ethan? It's $50 million that he's got to use as an operating budget. That's not enough. That's an insult. Then say no. That's all. Like what do you mean? Like it's an insult? Somebody offers you a job and they offer you all the money that they have, and it's not enough, and you just say no. And then you got this, like people are like, his divorce is none of your business. Let's see. You are right about Crowder's shit, but so is DW. I don't have an opinion about DW yet, except that, I have good ideas about them. I like that they're working with Gina Carano. I like that they're working with Jordan Peterson, who, by the way, accepted a similar offer after he renegotiated and got it to the place that he wanted it to be. Unlike Crowder, who seems unable. And then there's this scenario. Hey, Ethan, if you stream again or appear on a live stream later, could you do a follow-up to this story? Here's Steven Crowder. My statement. Why are you making a statement? I got people who are like, Ethan, this is like none of your business. What are you talking? He's making it like this is the dumbest possible thing that he could do right here. Talk about, like, further discuss his divorce. I understand. Here's what I understand. I understand that the divorce is going to be painful. I understand that, like, maybe there are two sides to the story. And maybe like you're being wronged here in some way. You don't want people talking about your divorce. I understand that. Like that would make sense to me. They're going to talk about it a little bit anyway. The last thing you want to do is engage. Now you're pouring fire on you're pouring fuel on the fire. Here we go.
On Tuesday, requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Look, broken marriages are ugly, and in them people do.
I like the way he's reading it because here it is. Like, here's his statement. He wrote it out first, and now he's reading it. He's acting it out. You can, I hate that. Like, speak off the top of your head. You think I write anything? I still sound amazing, and I don't write anything down. I don't take notes. I just say the first thing that comes to my mind, and it's usually brilliant. It's usually brilliant. Nexus Video says Crowder didn't make it public. Well, yes, he did. Some stuff's going to come out. You're getting divorced. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. It's none of your business. And then we move on to doing what we do. We do our job. No, he did a 5-minute video preamble blaming people, saying that people were threatening him, all this stuff. Now it's a topic of conversation. I don't want to talk about this. And now there's this.
Do ugly things. Myself, of course, included. I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleadingly edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to consequences of the court, well, if not privacy, the next best option is truth. So
Truth. Okay, so now you're going to engage in this whole thing. Now, what happened to the part about your kids? I'm protecting my kids and all this stuff, my family, my privacy. What happened to all this? That's out the window now. Now it's about truth. Now it's not about truth. It's about revenge. You want your say now. You want to win the court of public opinion over. 200 Watt Studio says, he says 3 times, I don't blame kids. They're blameless in this. What the fuck? Of course they are. Why bring that up? That was a weird thing too, where it's like, it's not the kid's fault. Why would it be the kid's fault? Who even needs to say that? That's something you say to the kids. It says, it's okay. Mommy and daddy love you. This is not your fault. You don't say this to outsiders. Nobody thinks that. Adults don't think that. It's ridiculous.
today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record, finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week.
So he's making his divorce public, in other words. Don't want to talk about it, but since people are talking about it, which is what's going to happen when you're a celebrity, we're going to talk about it even more. And I'm going to give you more things to talk about. I mean, it's just, look, this is a really bad idea. It's a terrible idea. It'd be hard. It would be a challenge to just kind of say, I'm going to rise above this. I'm not going to discuss it. This is going to get talked about. It's too bad. I'm just going to keep working. I'm not going to sink to this level. And I think if he did that, like, people would be like, wow, she's talking some shit. She's crazy. At first they'd be like, oh my God. But if all this stuff that she's saying isn't true, if it's not really true and not really representative of, let the courts deal with it. Let the judge deal with it and be vindicated at the end. Sitting there going, now I'm going to have full transparency. I mean, it's retarded. It's retarded. Oh my God. Absolutely terrible. Let me see. That statement was still funnier than Trevor Noah, says Pig Riser. That's fair. Absolutely fair. Man of Action says they're all degenerates as far as I'm concerned. No, everybody's like, here's the thing. Like, everybody who's on TV in any way is a narcissist. You know, everybody who's able to do what I'm doing right now, a little bit of narcissism there. You have to do that. That's what happens. People are not representative of the conservative movement. You can't let them be representative of the conservative movement. He does not represent conservatism. How could he? He's an entertainer on YouTube. And, as such, here he is entertaining. Let me see. Candace is kind of evil now, says Repairman. I barely know anything about Candace. I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't just when I see stuff like that, I can't. And people are like, well, what happened before context? What can I do about that? All I'm seeing is this, and I don't know what kind of context there is to excuse that stuff. It's silly. Let me see. Did Crowder kill someone? No. Who cares? The central scrutinizer. That's correct. That is correct. Who cares? So why are we talking about this? Because it's now a topic of conversation, and because it's going to be even more so. He's just opened up his divorce to become a matter of discussion. I want transparency. I want people to see everything. I want people to talk about it and understand and know everything. I don't know what to say. Dr. Metalblood says, yeah, but Ethan is a funny kind of narcissist. Oh, I'm sorry. That video made me angry, dude. It really did make me angry. I was spitting mad looking at that video. I was just so mad at it, dude. Transparency. He wants attention, says Eric Weathers. He wants revenge, and he wants to win. That's what it is. And I mean, the thing about it is that you're right when you say I'm concerned about the kids. The kids come first, and the kids don't need it. But the kids obviously aren't as important as him winning this. And it's pretty easy to just be like, it's a challenge, but it's the right thing to do. It's an easy choice to make, to say, for the kids' sake, I'm not going to engage in this. And even if my name gets run through the mud, I'm not going to engage. That would be great. Deep Red State says Jersey is better than Canada. Just barely, Deep Red State. I mean, it's a better place to live, period. Like, I love New Jersey, but when it comes to the politics, yeah, it's just a skosh better than Canada. That's one thing. Yeah. I don't know. All right, let me see. So anyway, we're looking. Let's go through this real quick here. And I know we're gonna, people are like, they want to stay on this one topic, but I don't want to talk about this guy's divorce all day long. DC Pride is back. With DC Pride, everything's going to be gay. Now, the important thing is, does this look good? Is this book going to be quality? I'm going to guess that it isn't. I'm going to guess that it's not going to be good. These are various homosexuals and people claiming to be non-binary that are working on this comic. And the art is typical. Oh, I'm writing a Trinitharith. Yay. Woo! We're writing a Branitharith. Nothing matters. Everything's silly Billy. Yeah. We're at Pride parades. Trying to see, is any of this good? Oh, God, what is this? What the hell is this? Oh, Steven Sadowski. Steven Sadowski used to draw, and he's gay. He used to draw JSA. Like, he drew JSA during the Jeff Johns run. And when he was being inked by Michael Baer, his work looked really, really good. I don't know who's inking this, but it doesn't look good. Sorry, Steve. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to. This, but naked next time. Thank you. I feel like it's going to be okay for you to skip this one. I will say. I feel like it's going to be okay. Like, if you can't get to the store and you miss this, I don't think you'll be missing much. In terms of offerings by homosexual, queer artists, creators who are talking exclusively about being homosexual and queer and applying that to cartoon characters, DC cartoon characters. By the way, thanks for stealing my... When I did this, people were like, I don't know, this isn't normal. I remember the SJWs who were just like, look at what Ethan does. He just puts his company logo on the back covers of his book with nothing else. And now everybody does that. I am a pioneer. These people are reptiles. I am a pioneer. I'm the one who started this gangster shit. And this is the motherfucking thanks I get? And now everybody copies what I do. Does this look like that could be the Laughing Man logo there? And on the other side, that Cyberfrog, that's an all caps comics layout. You pussies, you follow in my footsteps, even as I'm gone. I'm leaving footsteps the size of Bigfoot. And you're mincing about, following them down the beach. This is clearly somebody being influenced by me and my greatness. And that's obvious. That's what this is. Oh, I'm going to copy Ethan's layouts. God, everything I do is amazing. It really is. And a head the size of a mountain. Yeah, and my gut too. Oh my God, dude, my belly. I got a long way to go. I got a lot of weight to lose, guys. I got to go over there to that weight bench and start lifting weights today so I can look more like Cecil, except, straight. Pride comes before the fall, says Man of Action. All right, how many people are mad at me over the Steven Crowder thing? If you're mad at me over my opinion about Steven Crowder, let's have a 1 in the chat. If you're mad at me. If you agree with me, let me see if there's a 2 in the chat. If you think I'm right about the Steven Crowder thing, give me a 2. 1 or 2. You disagree with me? You think I'm wrong? Steven Crowder's a hero. Amazing. Give me a 1. EVS giving Pinky up Pinky of the Brain vibes. Yes. All right. We got a ton of 1s in the chat. People are furious with me. They disagree. Artist formerly known as Dale A says, I'm just irritated you brought it up. I listen to you guys. You guys send me a tweet saying, will you talk about this in the next live stream? I do. I talk about it. I'm at your service. This is what this is what we do around here. This is very personal. It's one-on-one. It's me and you on a Saturday morning. It makes me mad. 1.5, but also I don't really give a shit, says Owazaro. Thank you, my friend, for your opinion. Yeah. All right. That's fine. You got some super chats, see? Since when? I didn't see any super chats. I do. I have super chats. Hold on a second. Let me look. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with me. Oh, maybe I do. Let's take a look at this. Looks like I do have some super chats from you guys. I want to thank you for the super chats. Very kind of you. Dorby says Crowder needs to say that again, but on a one wheel rolling around his mansion. That's a Doug TenNapel reference. When I saw him do that, I was like, okay, this guy's out of his mind. This guy's out of his mind. Queen B. Hi, Queen B. Says, my husband, Uncle Hot Rod, says, what kind of conservative only has one gas guzzler? Queen B, somebody that's trying to control his wife does. See, if you only have one car, she can't get away. You see what I mean? If you only have one car, then she has to ask your permission. And you can tell her, no, you can't leave because that's my car. See, that's the thing. A lot of people aren't picking up on that. These are the mechanisms of an extremely controlling individual. If you can't afford to have 2 cars, if you can afford it easily, if you can afford it, you should probably have 2 cars. I think Andrea has come to realize that too. She's like, where's my other? Was not another car? Where's the other one? I realized that 3 years ago, but she said no. She said, we don't need another car. I think she was trying to control me. So I'm going to get another car. She said, you don't need a car. What do you need a car for? Where are you going? Where are you going? Hot stuff. Driving around town, saying hi to all the middle-aged ladies. Is that what you're doing? Beeping your horn at the middle-aged ladies? Where are you going, tough guy? Where are you going, Romeo? And I was like, this feels like abuse. She said, it only feels like abuse because you know you deserve to be abused. And I started to cry. So that's what it is, Queen Bee. If you want to know, that's the whole thing. She said, that feels like abuse. What does this feel like? What does this feel like? Like that. And I was like, oh, not much because you're a girl. Yash Mataru says, Candace started out with doxing site to cancel people. She did? I don't know anything about Candace. I don't know nothing about it. Doxing site to cancel people. Tuna Watt Studio says, by the way, all these people are crazy. I want you to understand they're entertainers. When you say this is the conservative movement, no, they're not. They're just entertainers. What are they doing exactly? They're just talking. These people are just talking. What are they doing? See, you put me up. You say, well, Ethan, you prefer Daily Wire or do you prefer Steven Crowder or Candace Owens or anything? No, the Daily Wire is doing something. The reason why I like the Daily Wire is because they're actually doing something. They're trying to make movies. They're trying to put movies out there. And they made a gesture towards Comicsgate. They're one of the only people that made a gesture towards Comicsgate that wasn't this. And they said, "Do you want some help?" And that's why I like the Daily Wire. I don't know anything else about it. You want to say Daily Wire, blah, 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 whatever. All I know is they're doing something. Everybody else is a talking head that is basically grifting off of their audience. It's true. And I appreciate them. They're entertaining and all that stuff, but they're not leaders. These are just people who are good entertainers who are passing along the news and opinion. And if one or two of them turn out to be bad people, it's not the end of the world. And you shouldn't just go, wait a second, we must stand by them. No, you shouldn't. Reject these people and fire them into the sun. If they turn out to be pieces of shit, I don't want to stand by them. I don't want to, guys. We can replace them. They're replaceable. We put somebody new in there, a good, decent human being, a fine American like Jordan B. Peterson, who was Canadian. He's a fine American. All right, hold on a second. Let me catch up with you guys. Replace him with a fine American like Jerry Springer. Show something not gay. PTP's new Zorro launch, says Timothy Fitzgerald. Well, where's PTP? Why isn't he here? When in doubt, believe the man. Bros before hoes, Ethan. Swinedog712. Not always. Not always. Usually bros before hoes, but you know. For example, when it comes to Smiller and paying Eden said, wait a second. Smiller's like, I'm taking your money. I'm investing it in Bitcoin. All right. Is it bros before hoes then? No. We believe Eden. You know, we say pay Eden, hashtag pay Eden. Depends. Depends on if it's funnier to believe the woman too. Exomoon says Crowder had surgery the day before he was on drugs. He had surgery the day before and he was on drugs. Drugs definitely seem like entered into that. Doug 1985 says, could you imagine Will Smith doing that to Jada? LOL. And Jada would beat his fucking ass. We know that now. We didn't realize it before. But we know that Jada would beat his fucking ass. Believe all womenks. EVS says Jason the Magnificent. No, not all of them. Almost none of them. But sometimes if it's funnier, believe women. Only if it's funnier. Only if it victimizes our enemies. All right, let me see. Yeah, I don't blame the kids. It is weird. Crowder ship it so's DW. I've said what I want to say about that. Like, I care about what they're doing. It's like DW is good because they're doing something that I want them to do, which is to make product, to make movies, to try to change the culture or affect the culture. That's what I want to see people doing. Did I read all? I think I was really good with these super chats. I think I was really good with them. I read like all of them. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. This is where they started. You got a smiley face here. Yeah, I got them all. Thank you, everyone. I'm awesome like that. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Wandering Comicsgate King Marduk Knight says, hard turn. Jada Smith had an edgy new metal band called Wicked Wisdom. Videos she sang, and it is cringe-ophonic. Hail the chat. How's that Cyberfrog drawing coming? I want to see that. Rob says, EVS, I didn't get a notification for this video for your information. I'm being suppressed. Of course I am. I'm being shadow banned and beaten down at every turn. People are trying to stifle the truth. That is why I am for full transparency. My kids are innocent. It's not their fault that you didn't receive. It's not my children's fault that you did not receive it's not their fault that you didn't get a notification for this stream. That is why. Full transparency. All right, hold on a second here. Wandering Comicsgate King says, it's amazing. Yeah, I love it, dude. I can't wait to see the finished thing. It's hard to draw a Cyberfrog. People are saying, no, it is the kid's fault. Crowder is an angel. We got to blame the Crowder kids for this. And that's what it comes down to. If you really examine the situation, it probably is the Crowder kids' fault. Yorash Mataru says, I've always known that Jada had his balls in a vice. Your boy Frega used to work with her. He used to work with Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett. Hail EVS, and then see Kyle. That's right. 200 Watt Studio. We do see Kyle. I mean, we see Kyle Ritter, if you know what I mean. It's important to visualize Kyle. Gray Fox says, I got my copy of Wreck Planet in the mail. Thanks, Uncle E. Very cool. Love that. I love people getting Wreck Planet. Zay Comics says, when will the wandering Comicsgate King reveal himself? I don't know, man. I'm not rushing him. He doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to reveal himself. Let him be secret. Indeed, we see Kyle, but we don't hear him a lot, says Rio Stu. Yeah. Kyle's working hard right now. He turned in some more pages. I appreciate him. I like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your company and your presence. Thank you so much for being here with me. Go to our eBay store and order some eBay stuff. Order the new posters. Oh my God, we're almost out of these. The golden Cyberfrogs. Those of you who are seeing the Cyberfrog PVCs and love them, we have gold editions right now that are available up on our eBay store, and they're only $15. And we will ship you a golden Cyberfrog. This is like the Maltese Falcon almost. It is like that. This is the stuff that dreams are made of right here. So go get a gold Cyberfrog and let Andrea and Mikey mail it to you. Chris Stanley, thank you for a $10 super sticker of a fat hippo wrecking his chair. Appreciate it. FKA 322 says real gold. Yes, this is 100%. And I don't know how we're able to sell it to you for $15, but clearly, yes, this plastic Cyberfrog, which is painted gold, is real solid 16 karat gold, 14 karat gold. All right, 0 karat gold, but do get one. They're beautiful. Let me see. Mandy's in China. So this deep red state. I don't know where Mandy is. A lot of people are asking that question. I said this when she left. I said, what if Mandy never comes back? Then what? And people said, what? She's going to come back. I don't think so. She would be back by now. The longer you stay away, the harder it is to come back. The longer you stay away from Comicsgate, Mandy, the more difficult it's going to be for you to come back. You might as well come back right now and just say, did you enjoy looking at my good stuff? Did you enjoy looking at my fun bags? You creeps, you scumbags. And then just pop back. But you don't have to. Whatever. Bobby Greer III says, why can't I gift memberships on your channel? I don't know how to turn that on. I would like that. I like when people gift memberships, but how do you turn that on? It's hard to know. All right, everyone. She has to come back to close out Gem Shock. Does she? I don't know if she does or she doesn't. Is Ezra Miller the secret love child of Smiller? Yeah, we were keeping that secret. Turn that on, please. How do you turn it on? Hold on, let me see. Let's look it up together. How do you turn on gifted memberships on StreamYard's YouTube? How do you turn it on? That's not how. How to opt in to receive gifted memberships. How to enable gifted memberships. Okay, let's watch this together, shall we? I want to learn something with you guys. Whenever you have a question, Philly Humor says, just picked up a golden Cyberfrog. Looks awesome. Yeah, please do, guys. I think there are like 10 left. So do not miss out on a golden cyber frog. All right, hold on. Let's watch this together. And thank you for your support, all of you. You don't have to gift memberships. Buy things from us. Buy toys and posters and stuff. All right, let me see. How do we do it? Yeah, allow gifts. Allow gifts on this channel. Choose whether... that's not going to happen. Show support. What the hell? I'm not learning anything, and there's no audio to this. I didn't learn a GD thing. Nice gold frog. EVS is CG King Midas. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. Wait, you haven't turned on gifted memberships yet? No. How do you do that? Hold on. Memberships right here. Number of members. Let me see here. How do you turn on gifted memberships? Invite viewers to join your channel. Links to share. Nope, that isn't it. Why does everything have to be a nightmare? Allow memberships link to your video description. Okay, you want to do that, I guess. No, that isn't it either. Sure. Show more. Add an intro video. Add a section from create members only. Yeah. I'll be honest with you guys. I just don't know. Everything's too difficult for me. I turned my brain off when you started streaming. It's a safety measure. It's probably for the best. People are saying, gee, deity. Bro, hold on, bro. You're on YouTube. Look it up. Yeah, well, I don't have the opportunity to do this. Some people have the opportunity. I don't have the opportunity, and that's just the way it is. Press delete and just start from scratch, Ethan. I'm going to start all over again. All right, very good. I love you guys. I'll be back tonight though. I'm gonna do a live stream tonight. I haven't done like a nightly live stream in a while. I'm gonna spend the day drawing, and I will be back probably tonight at 7, maybe 6 or 7 p.m. to join you guys. You are the best. I do love you, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And with that having been said, here's our friend Alex Jones.
I'm sick of all these witches and warlocks. You're full of shit. Pumpkin possums, I'm sick of it.
You keep interrupting me.
And all of it's lies. Because you're lying. That's why. Oh, there's energy, and oh, now we're done with Trump. You said he was the Messiah. You said he was invincible. I will not suffer your Q people after this. I knew what you were day one. I know what you are now. Witches and warlocks are full of shit. Pumpkin possums, I'm sick of it.
You keep interrupting me.
And all of it's lies. Because you're lying. That's why every goddamn thing out of your people's mouths doesn't come true. You said it was all over. You told us to stop. You. Oh, God. Witches and warlocks, you're full of shit. Pumpkin possums, I'm sick of it.
You keep interrupting me.
And all of it's lies. Because you're lying. That's why witches and warlocks are full of shit. Pumpkin possums, I'm sick of it.